Hello everybody and welcome back for a weather forecast video. On this update, we are going to take a look at two significant storm systems that are expected to spark some very dangerous storms across multiple areas of the country throughout this week. Without further ado, let's take a look at where these storms are expected to fire up starting on Monday, July 18th. Two storm systems will be ongoing on Monday, one which is situated in the Pacific Northwest, and another one in the Northeast. The storm system in the northwestern United States will be moving to the east throughout the day on Monday, causing some thunderstorms in northern Washington state and northwest Montana. Once this storm system makes it to the northern plains, these storms are expected to intensify, bringing the risk of violent winds and very large hail primarily in this orange enhanced risk area from northeast Montana into North Dakota. Here is a wider view of the severe weather outlook on Monday, July 18th. A marginal risk of severe storms is in place from central Montana all the way into Michigan. A slight risk stretches from northeast Montana into northern Wisconsin and the upper peninsula of Michigan. Lastly, the greatest risk of severe storms will be in this orange area, from northeast Montana into northern North Dakota. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, we have two storm systems ongoing. The other storm will be affecting the northeastern United States, bringing severe weather. A marginal risk extends from northern Virginia into southern Maine, with a slight risk from Maryland into southern Vermont and New Hampshire. Lastly, a marginal risk of severe storms is in place from northern Mississippi into parts of Tennessee. Here is the tornado threat for Monday. The main threat in the northern plains, upper Midwest, and Great Lakes region will be damaging winds and hail, although an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. The bigger threat though will be in the northeastern United States, where we have a 5% risk of tornadoes across eastern New York, southern Vermont, western Massachusetts, extreme northwestern areas of Connecticut, and southwest New Hampshire. Here is the damaging wind outlook. Isolated damaging wind gusts may accompany some storms in the brown shade, with an increasing risk of severe winds in the yellow shade. I do expect the greatest chance of damaging winds to be in northern North Dakota and northeastern areas of Montana, where the Storm Prediction Center says that destructive severe winds will be a possibility. Lastly, the large hail threat. Conditions won't be favorable for large hail in other parts of the country other than locations in the northern plains, upper Midwest, and Great Lakes region. The greatest threat area will be in this red and hatch risk zone, where hail larger than 2 inches in diameter are possible. After analyzing the severe weather risk for Monday, let's take a look at what you can expect on Tuesday, July 19th. The storm system that was affecting the Northeast on Monday is expected to move into Canada and the Atlantic Ocean by Tuesday morning. This still leaves an ongoing storm system in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region, which is why we have a slight risk in place from northeastern North Dakota down into Wisconsin and parts of the upper peninsula of Michigan. Outside of that, some leftover isolated severe storms may cause some damaging winds and large hail across parts of northern New York into Maine. Lastly, a very small marginal risk area is in place for parts of southern Colorado due to the risk of an isolated damaging wind gust. Here is the tornado risk for Tuesday. At this point, we have a 2% risk of tornadoes across northern Wisconsin into the upper peninsula of Michigan. Even though this isn't a big risk of tornadoes, this may be upgraded, so be sure to stay tuned for further updates. Damaging winds will be a risk for anyone under a severe weather threat tomorrow, across the small brown area in Colorado, the northeastern United States, and this large brown area from North Dakota into southern Wisconsin, and the slight risk from northeast North Dakota down into central Wisconsin. We will also have to watch out for large hail on Tuesday if you are in the brown shades, but primarily in that large yellow area. This now brings us to Wednesday, July 20th. We already have a marginal risk of severe storms in place from parts of Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee, up into Pennsylvania and New York. The greater risk of severe storms is expected to be on this yellow shade, which covers areas in Ohio, northern Kentucky, western Pennsylvania, and small portions of West Virginia and New York. And lastly, Thursday, July 21st. We currently have a slight risk in place for parts of New England. Rich low-level moisture will likely encompass the Northeast ahead of a front forecast to move through the region. Scattered to numerous thunderstorms are forecast with severe gusts possible in the more intense thunderstorm bands. And that concludes this forecast video. Be sure to subscribe for more weather updates like this one. See you soon.